सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शंकरं लोकशंकरम्। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। सो सत्यं ज्ञानम अनंतम ब्रह्म इति ब्रह्मणो लक्षणार्थं वाक्यं। सत्यादीनि त्रीणि विशेषणार्थानि पदानि विशेष्यस्य ब्रह्मणः विशेष्यं ब्रह्म विवक्षितत्वाद् वेद्यतया वेद्यत्वेन यतः ब्रह्म प्राधान्येन विवक्षितं तस्माद् विशेष्यं विज्ञेयम्। अतः अस्माद् विशेषण विशेष्यत्वादेव सत्यादीनि एकविभक्त्यन्तानि पदानि समानाधिकरणानि। सत्यादिभिः त्रिभिः विशेषणैः विशेष्यमाणं ब्रह्म विशेष्यान्तरेभ्यो निर्धार्यते। एवं हि तज्ज्ञानं भवति यदन्येभ्यो निर्धारितं यथा लोके नीलं महत् सुगन्धि उत्पलम् इति। ननु विशेष्यं विशेषणान्तरं व्यभिचरत् विशेष्यते यथा नीलं रक्तं च उत्पलमिति। यदा हि अनेकानि द्रव्याणि एकजेति जातीयानि अनेक विशेषणयोगीनि च तदा विशेषणस्य अर्थवत्वं न हि एकस्मिन्नेव वस्तुनि विशेषणान्तरयोगात्। यथा असौ एक आदित्य इति तथा एकमेव च ब्रह्म न ब्रह्मान्तराणि येभ्यो विशेष्यते नीलोत्पलवत्। So when it was said that this Satyam, Jnanam and Antam, Anantam are three attributes which are distinguishing Brahman, the Visheshya, the substantive, the thing defined, qualified. The doubt is now that an attribute is arthavatvam, is meaningful only when there are different objects of the same class. But here Brahman is only vastu, eka vastu. So when only eka vastu like sun, if it is only one Brahman, so Brahmantarani, na Brahmantarani, there are no many Brahmas to distinguish one Brahman with attributes such as Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam. So there is no Brahmas, many Brahmas. Therefore, it is not proper to say that Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Brahma are attributes of Brahman. Like Nilotpalavata, just as blue lotus, we cannot define because Brahmantarani, there is only one lotus is there in the universe and that is blue color. So how can you say that the blueness is an attribute of that lotus which is distinguishing? No. Because in the absence of other lotuses, there is no meaning for the attribute or Visheshana. Now Acharya says, Na Lakshanarthatvat Visheshanam Na Ayam Doshaha Kasmat Yasmat Lakshanartha Pradhanani Visheshanani Na Visheshana Pradhananyeva. कब पुनः लक्षणलक्षयोः विशेषणविशेष्ययोः विशेषः इति विशेषणविशेष्यो वा विशेष इति उच्यते। समानजातीयेभ्य एव निर्वर्तकानि विशेषणानि विशेष्यस्य लक्षणं तु सर्वत एव यथा आकाशप्रदात्रा आकाशमिति लक्षणार्थं च वाक्यम् इति अवोचामः। लक्षणार्थं च वाक्यम् इति अवोचामः। नौ न सिद्धांति सेस् नो वै लक्षणार्थत्वात् विशेषणाम् न अयं दोषः। Now we have the here visheshanas, the adjectives or the attributes which are used, Satyam, Jnanam and Anantam, they are used by way of definition also. They are not used always as attributes qualifying a Visheshya Padartha, but adjectives are also used as a definition. Here, Lakshanarthatvat Visheshananam. So, here the adjectives Satyam, Jnanam and Anantam, which are used, they are used in the sense of definition. Lakshanartham, Lakshanarthatvat. Lakshana is definition. Visheshana is attribute. So attributes, the Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, these three Visheshanani here are used in the sense of definition. Now, Kasmat, how come? Yasmat Lakshanartha Pradhanani Visheshanani Nai na Visheshana Pradhananyeva. Now, adjectives here, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, since these three, they bear actually predominantly, they are used in a defining sense and not predominantly used in a qualifying sense. That's the difference. So, Lakshanartha Pradhanani Visheshanani na Visheshana Pradhananyeva. So, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, these three attributes are used predominantly in a defining sense and not in qualifying sense. Because adjectives are also used in the sense of definition. Now, here we have to understand certain things. So, what is it now? Answer is what? That Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, these three attributes qualifying a vastu, substantive or thing qualified. And then the problem, the doubt is used in the case of attributes, Visheshanas. The doubt we saw. Answer to it was that here in Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Brahma, Satyam, Jnanam and Anantam are used in the sense of defining, predominantly used, Pradhanani predominantly, Mukhya Rupena, they are used in the sense of defining Brahman and not in the sense of qualifying Brahman with attributes. Now we have to understand. Here so Acharyaji continues. Ka punaha Lakshana Lakshana Lakshayoho Visheshana Visheshyoho va Vishesha iti. Now what is the difference between the relationship between Visheshana and Visheshya and Lakshana Lakshya? The Sambandha, Lakshana Lakshya Sambandha and Visheshana Visheshya Sambandha. The relationship between an attribute and substantive or the thing qualified, and the relationship between the definition and the thing defined. So what is the difference between these two sambandhas? Because you say Satyam Jnanam Brahma, Anantam Brahma is used in this Satyam Jnanam Anantam are used in the defining sense, defining Brahman. So now the relationship between Satyam, Jnanam and Anantam and Brahma are not Lakshana Lakshya Sambandha, Visheshana Visheshya Sambandha, but it is Lakshana Lakshya Sambandha. That is how it is used. That is more important. Now, what is the difference between these two relationships now? Visheshana Visheshya and Lakshana Lakshya Sambandha. So, which we have to understand. That means what? Now, that means what? Now, the important points are that if the relationship between Lakshana and Lakshya is different from the relationship between Visheshana and Visheshya, now we have to define these four words to understand the difference. Otherwise, we don't get a meaning. Or Acharya ji directly says, so we'll go a little bit into. Before that, now question is, what is Visheshana? What is Visheshya? What is Lakshana? And what is Lakshya? अब देखिए कितना है. So we have to understand how, in what way the Lakshana and Visheshana is to be separated. Because Lakshana is defining the thing defined. Something else is attributes qualifying the qualified. इसमें क्या फर्क है? So now, Visheshana. What is Visheshana? An attribute means what? Samana jatiyat vyavartakam Visheshanam. This is the definition. Samana jatiyat vyavartakam Visheshanam means what? An attribute is that which distinguishes an object which it is qualifying from the rest of the objects of the same class. That's the meaning. एक कौवा, एक कुत्ता, एक बिल्ली और एक मनुष्य को लाके इनमें से कौन सुंदर है? Who is beautiful among these four? No, you cannot say. Why they are not एक जाति? They are not Manusyas. चार बिल्ली agreed, चार कुत्ता agreed, चार कौवा agreed, चार human beings agreed. They are not एक जाति. Human beings or four cats or four dogs or four crows, they are called एक जाति. So samana jatiyat vyavartitam. So what is an attribute? An attribute is that which distinguishes a particular object, which is qualified by this attribute, particular attribute, which it qualifies from the rest of the objects of what? Of same class. Like there are many lotuses, and lotuses, same lotuses, or many lotuses are there, samana jati, and then particular lotus is specially attributed, qualified by a special attribute. Then I would say a blue lotus. So blueness is what? Blueness is an attribute qualifying a particular lotus, thereby distinguishing this lotus from the other lotuses. So what is other lotuses? Of the same jati. Okay. That is understood. Now, every vastu, every object in the universe has two types of qualities. One is special qualities, other is samanya dharma. Samanya dharmas and a vishesha dharma. Specific qualities. Every object has something specific quality and also something common. So now, Samanya dharma or otherwise called universal characteristic. So what is the samanatvam? What is samanya dharma among all the lotuses? Utpalatvam, the lotusness is the common characteristic of all the lotuses. That is called samanya. Utpalatvam. Twice ness, N-E-S-S. What is special attribute? Neelam. Neelam Utpalam. So Neelam Utpalam is a special attribute. This Neelam, not every lotus is Neelam. Only this lotus is Neelam. So therefore, Neela, that is blue, becomes Vishesha Dharma or specific quality. Utpalatvam is Samanya Dharma. Now here, if every lotus is blue, all lotuses in a pond, all of them are blue, then what happens? We will not be calling blue as a special quality. Very important. So, when we cannot call this blue color as a special quality of a lotus because all lotuses are blue, then the thing which is defined or qualified by this blueness, that is lotus, since that also loses its locus standi as substantive or visheshya. So now we can no more call it as a visheshya. Because they always exist in relation. Visheshana, when you say, now what is visheshya? So this lotus can no more become substantive. Why? No more visheshya padartham. Why? Every lotus is blue. Therefore this blue also is no more an attribute, a visheshanam. Since blue is no more an visheshanam, then the lotus which is qualified by this blueness also cannot be called as a visheshya. Therefore, now we have to understand visheshya now. So visheshana we understood. What is visheshana? We saw now. Now what is visheshya then? What is a particular substantive or a visheshya? Now this has to be defined now. So what is vishesha? Vishesha is a substantive or visheshya or a thing which is qualified, the qualified inverted commas, is that which is distinguished only from other objects of its own class. Therefore, sajatiya matrat vyavartitam visheshyam. So, if the vastu is distinguished from what? From other objects of its same class, then it becomes visheshya. Very good. Now what is lakshana? So now in visheshana visheshya, visheshana is differentiating that particular vastu which is qualified by it from the rest of the objects with its attributes, special attributes. So attribute differences are. Then the other side, that visheshya padartha is that sajatiya matrat vyavartitam visheshyam, which is distinguished only from other objects of its own class. It's called visheshya. one lotus, one rose, one hibiscus, one lily, one jasmine. The different vijati it is called. Then you cannot call a specific thing like white jasmine. It is red hibiscus. Only one is there. So you don't have to call it a specific attribute. Out of the 4 different flowers, we need not go and call, bring that white jasmine. Sometimes you find because of atmosphere or where, some red shade jasmine also, not a pure white. So you don't have to call. Oh, jasmine leke aao. Why there are absence of other jasmine? Now therefore, Lakshana and Lakshya we have understood. Now what is the Visheshana and Visheshya we have understood. Now what is Lakshanam? Lakshana and Lakshya now are to be defined. So what is Lakshana? Sajatiyat Vijatiyat cha sarvasmat vyavartakam Lakshanam. The definition given in Shastras is that a Lakshana or a definition is that which in a Lakshana or a definition distinguishes a thing from everything else, both of its own class and also other class. In this sense, so definition is far superior in the sense you have to define an object which is capable of making that particular object which is defined stand out distinctly from everything else in the universe, both of its own class and also not of its own class. That is Lakshana. Now when we say Satyam Jnanam Anantam is Visheshana Visheshya, then the question of many Brahmans, out of many Brahmans, one Brahman which is qualified by Satyam Jnanam Anantam as its attribute. No, we are defining Brahman here as Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Meaning what? This definition is making that Brahmavastu stand distinctly or distinguishing Brahman from everything else. So there is no insistence that there should be other Brahman of Sajatiya. No, Vijatiyat cha apicha. So that is called Lakshana. Now what is Lakshya? A Lakshya means what? Or a thing which is defined. Here means Swalakshanena sarvasmat vyavartitam yattad lakshyam. What is Lakshyam here? A thing is said to be defined or Lakshya, a Lakshya which is defined. That which is marked off, separate, marked off from all else by its definition. Meaning this stands out distinctly, this definition. So Swalakshanena, it is standing out because of its own Lakshana. Swalakshanena sarvasmat vyavartitam yattad lakshyam. So definition is that which is distinguishing the thing defined from everything else, both its class as well as other class. Lakshya is make that thing defined is standing out, marked off from everything else. Sarvasmat vyavartitam yattad lakshyam. Therefore, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, in this Satyam, Jnanam and Anantam are used as attributes in the sense of defining Brahman. They speak about the definition of Brahman and not the qualifying Brahman. If you say it is qualifying adjectives qualifying a vastu, Brahma vastu, then the question of many Brahmas must be there. Otherwise, what is the use of, or what is the big deal, or what is the meaning or importance of what do you call an adjective? The purpose of adjective is to make a particular thing distinctly stand out from the rest of its own class. This definition, this kind of an understanding is inapplicable here, because we are talking not of Visheshana Visheshya, but here we are talking about Lakshana and Lakshya. Okay. Therefore, kaha punaha Lakshana Lakshayoho Visheshana Visheshyayoho va Vishesha iti. Then what is the difference between the relation, between Visheshana Visheshya and Lakshana Lakshayoho? Uchyate. Now it is stated the difference between the relation between the Visheshana Visheshya Sambandha and also Lakshana Laksha Sambandha. Uchyate. What is it? Samana Jatiyebhya eva nirvartakani Visheshanani Visheshyasya. Now we saw that definition. So Samana Jatiyebhya. So Visheshana is distinguishing a particular object which is qualified by it from the rest of its own class of objects. Same jati. Lakshanam tu sarvataha eva. Bas. What is Lakshanam? Lakshanam is sarvataha. From everything else. That means what? Both sajatiya and vijatiyat. Sajatiya matrat Visheshanam. Sajatiyatcha vijatiyatcha Lakshanam. Udaharanam, example, yatha avakasha pradatra akasham iti. Yatha, just as avakasha pradatra. Now, what is akasha? Avakasham yo dadati, that akasha. Meaning that which accommodates, that which provides space is called akasha. It gives avakasha. Now this is lakshanam of akasha. Because this is absent in everything else. Of its own class. What is its own class? Panchamahabhutas. Now, Agni, Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Jala, Prithvi. Out of all these Panchamahabhutas of its own class, because all five same class, Panchamahabhutas. Which is that which is giving avakasha? Only Akasha. Which is absent in. So, Akasha is from its own Panchamahabhutas. Akasha standing out distinctly separated from the rest of its own class of Panchamahabhutas. And also it is Vijatiya, like Atma or Brahma, also is separate. So Akasham, so Avakasha Pradatra Akasham iti is a Lakshana Akasha. It is not a guna or quality of particular space, as if there are so many spaces to distinguish one particular space with one by one attribute, making a particular space stand out distinctly from the rest of the spaces. No. Definition, that is Avakasha Pradatra Akasham, is making the space distinctly stand out, separated, marked off, both from its own class as well as other class. So that is Lakshana. So, therefore, Acharya says, Lakshanartham cha vakyam iti avochama. We said this vakyam, that sentence, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, is Lakshanartham. हम पहले बता चुके थे. कब? You read. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma iti Brahmano Lakshanartham Vakyam. That's how we started our. See? So Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, Brahmana Lakshanartham Vakyam. It is in the sense of defining it there, the definition of Brahman. It is meant for to define Brahman, not to qualify Brahman. with a particular attribute. Like Visheshana Vishesha Sambandham Nasti Tatra. Okay, now one more thing. Satyadi Shabda na Parasparam Sambadhyate Pararthatvat Visheshyarthahite Ataha Ekaiko Visheshana Shabda Parasparam Nirapeksho Brahma Shabdena Sambadhyate Satyam Brahma Jnanam Brahma Anantam Brahma iti. Now one more important. Now Satyam Jnanam Anantam, this Satyadi Shabdaha na Parasparam Sambadhyate. They are not mutually related. No relationship. Why? These three are Pararthatvat. They are meant to subserve the something, fourth factor. That is Brahma here. आपस में कोई संबंध नहीं है. सत्यम ज्ञानम अनंतम, they are not relatives. They are not sambandhis. But Pararthatvat. Visheshyarthahite. Now what is the purpose of these three? These three actually these three, that is Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, are meant for Visheshyarthatvat. They are meant for substantive or Visheshya it is. That is the Brahma Vastu here. Now what relationship is there? Now we say, what was the example we took? In the example that we took Neelam Mahat Sugandhi Utpalam. Here that is blue, big, fragrant lotus. Now, blueness is not fragrance, fragrance is not bigness, and bigness is not blueness. These three are different. Lotus ko hata do. These three are nowhere related. Something big, abstract now. Fragrance. Big means abstract because it is relative, sorry, not abstract, relative. So big, fragrance, blue. Now, where are they related? Blue is the color, big is the size, fragrance is a gandha. So sense perception. So all these three are conjoined and yoked to the lotus. So therefore Satyam Jnanam Anantam, this Satyam Jnanam Anantam, mutually they are not related. This is called Vedanta Vichara. Acha, हाँ, they are not mutually related. Impossible. ठीक है sir. Now, परस्परम अतः एकैको विशेषण शब्दः परस्परम निरपेक्षः. Though that is meant, therefore, each one of them mutually not related, but commonly related to Brahman. Nirapeksha, they are not mutually dependent. Parasparam nirapeksha. Brahma Shabdena Sambadhyate, but they are related to Brahma Shabda. Therefore, Satyam Brahma, Jnanam Brahma, Anantam Brahma iti. So, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. No, Satyam Brahma, Jnanam Brahma, Anantam Brahma. Thus, this Brahma Padartham, Brahma Vastu. To that Brahma Vastu, Satyam Jnanam Anantam, mutually they are not related, but Brahma Shabdena Sambadhyate. Therefore, each one is yokut to Brahma, related to Brahma. So, Satyam Brahma, Jnanam Brahma, Anantam Brahma. The blue lotus, fragrant lotus, big lotus, blueness, fragrantness, bigness, these three are parasparam not related, but they find a meaning to this expression called blue, big, fragrant lotus. The lotus is not there, these three have no meaning. They have no relationship. So therefore, now what is to be done now? Now Satyam Jnanam Anantam. What is now? Here in subsequent portion. So Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Now so far what we saw? Satyam Jnanam Anantam. First before we saw, because they are all the four are in nominative singular, which is qualifier and which is qualified. There we saw that Vedyataya is the Brahma Vastu we are speaking about. So Brahma is the qualified, other three are qualifying. Understood? These three are Lakshanartham but not Visheshana Visheshyartham. That also we saw. When Satyam Jnanam Anantam, these three are Lakshanas. Laksha is Brahma. Okay. But these three are mutually not related, but Brahma Sabdhena Shambhadyate. Therefore, Satyam Brahma, Jnanam Brahma, Anantam Brahma. Understood? Now the question is that subsequent thought that Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, this Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma becomes a definition of Brahman, that is Satyam Jnanam Anantam is complete in all aspects. Now this has to be proved or showed. Lakshanartham we saw already. What are the first three principles we saw? That the purpose of the Esha Tadesha Bhyukta iti Rugmantra. The first one was that to define Brahman, which makes out distinctly separate from rest of the all objects available. And that knowledge of Brahman which was pointed out, Ukta Vedanasya Pratyagatmataya Ananya Rupena Vijnayatvaya. Then the Brahma Vidyapalam, Brahma Vidaha, and that the what do you call it, the realization, the fruit of realization which was pointed out, which was gained by knowers of nothing but Sarvatma Bhava. So these three we saw. That means what? Now we have to analyze subsequently. If Brahma is only Satyam and not Jnanam and Anantam, then what happens? Satyam is there, no Jnanam, no Anantam. Then it becomes what? Brahma becomes no Jnanam, no Anantam. So no Jnanam means and no Anantam. So it becomes finite and no Jnanam, insentient. Real but insentient and limited. If you define Brahman as Jnanam without Satyam and Anantam, then also problem would be there. What is the problem? Then Brahman become unreal and finite. If you define Brahman as Anantam without Satyam and Jnanam, then it would make Brahman as unreal and insentient. Now therefore, we have to think, deliberate upon how to do this. Now, in continuing this, our Acharya says, Satyamiti yad rupena yad nischitam tad rupam na vyabhicharati tad satyam. Yad rupena nischitam yad tad rupam vyabhicharat anrutam iti uchyate. Atha vikaro anrutam. Vaja arambanam vikaro namadheyam mrityiketyeva satyam. Yevam sadeva satyam iti avadharanat. Atha satyam brahma iti brahma vikara nirvartayati. Now, satyam brahma. In calling it as Satyam Brahma, how can Satyam Brahma? We all just know we saw it is Brahma Shabdena Sambhadyate Ekaika. Each one of these Satyam Jnanam Anantam is related to Brahma. So Satyam Brahma, Jnanam Brahma, Anantam Brahma. Now what is the meaning? Why do you call the Brahman as Satyam? Therefore it is said. What is Satyam? Satyam iti yad rupena yan nischitam. A vastu is ascertained. Yad rupena. A particular nature, a vastu is there, the nature of that vastu, a particular nature of that vastu is ascertained a particular nature to it. And a vastu is there which is ascertained a particular nature to it. It is decided. We ascertain. Oh, is vastu ka swabhav ya nature. It is this. Ascertain. So satyam yad rupena yad nishchitam tad rupam na vyabhicharati. So now when a thing is ascertained with a particular nature and that there is no change in its swabhava or nature, then it is called satyam. Na vyabhicharati. So what is satyam? So in all the three periods of time, the nature of the particular vastu which has been ascertained should not change. Then it is called satyam. Yad rupena yad nishchitam tad rupam na vyabhicharati. Yad rupena nishchitam yat tad rupam vyabhicharat anrutam iti uchyate. Once you ascertain a particular nature to an object and that the nature of the particular object is changing in time, then it is called asatyam. Okay. So now satyam and asatyam is pointed out, differentiated. What is satyam defined? What is asatyam also seen. Ataha vikaraha anrutam. Therefore, when the asatyam means what? Anrutam. Asatyam is anrutam. What is false here? Because the particular object whose nature has been ascertained is changing in time, means it is modifying in time. That means it is unreal or anrutam. Therefore, modifications are unreal. Don't use English expression of unreal. Unreal here means defined as whose nature is changing from time to time. It is not standard. It is not permanent. The nature is not permanent in all three periods of time. So it is changing in time. Therefore, it is unreal, anrutam. Very good. So, that which is anrutam, that is that which is unreal, means what? That which is changing in time. Then you call that particular vastu, then the what you call object, whose nature is changing continuously. So, vacharambanam vikaro namadheyam mrittuketyeva satyam. Therefore, where is the modification now? All modifications or all transformation for all these things. What is the basis? Speech, vacha arambanam as its basis. Vak is the basis. Because all vikaras are only on your vak, speech. Mrittuketyeva satyam. Why? Because actually you call it as a pot, saucer, cup. They are all modifications. What is the basis for those modifications? Speech. Why? A particular modification of a mud you call it as a cup. A particular modification of the mud you call it as a saucer. A particular modification you call something else, pot. So where is pot, saucer, all those things existing? On your tongue. Go and ask the clay. What is your nature? Mrittuketyeva satyam. What about pot? What is it? What about cup? I don't know what cup is. Evam, that's sadeva satyam iti avadharana. So that alone is real. Which one? Tadeva satyam. Sadeva satyam. Sat alone, that which exists alone is real. Exists in all three periods of time. That alone is real. Therefore, in calling Brahma as Satyam Brahma, what are we now deciding about Brahma? That Brahma is Vikarat. Satyam Brahma. Atah Satyam Brahma iti Brahma Vikarat Nivartayati. Therefore, Brahman to point out in Satyam Brahma, when I call Brahma as Satyam Brahma, I am saying that Brahman is modification proof. That is, all modifications in Brahman are negated. So all modifications in Brahman are negated. So Brahma Vastu, Satyam Brahma. Meaning what? That Brahma is Trikala Abhadita Vastu. Full stop. Now whether it is finite or infinite, whether it is sentient or insentient, Trikala Abhadita Vastu accept. Now, the moment you call Brahma, that Brahman, you say as Satyam. That is real, meaning no change. Then what? Karanatvam praptam. Then immediately Brahman becomes the cause. Why? What is Karya? Karya is modifications. So Brahman is not Karyam. That is proved. Why? What is unreal? Vyabhicharat. They are called Karyas, effects. The moment we say that Satyam Brahma, no doubt Brahman is now freed from all modifications. That is Karyam, effects. That means what? That means Brahman becomes cause. Cause of what? Modification. Then it becomes substance. So Brahman is substance, cause of this material world. That alone is changing. So all the complications would come. This we will see tomorrow. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Satgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai.